Control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align with.
The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Check, check. Watch it before, watch it before. Hey, watch it, watch it.
A run with Josh Adams, the Eagles' leading rusher as a rookie last year. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, it's Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, this is Adams. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
They run on second down with Adams. Room here to run. A solid stiff arm. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards on the ground. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Switch.
12. Stay hot.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
21. Here we go. Stay hot.
Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Let's go, D. Check 50.
Garoppolo now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there?
Fourth rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A 6-yard pickup.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run. He's coming. We got double.
A carry for Adams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
21.
Mike 55. It's going to be a long day.
From the 17, Garoppolo. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the 49ers
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come to my world. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Mike, 55.
Black.
Hey, eat. Let's go, Heavy.
21.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 27, Roethlisberger, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he finds McDonald. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down. A late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
First down.
On first down, Adams. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Josh Adams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
21.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check. Lucky.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on third down.
Here we go. 180.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80. Pick me up. Here we go. 13. 50, Mark 50. You can't block me.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Clock. 12, fellas, here we go. Man.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Like 80.
56. Check 56. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
These two.
10. 10.
On 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down.
Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Steelers first down.
Ready? Black
From the
20.
32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Adams. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Black 20.
Here we go. Double time.
Hey. Alert.
Hey, check Black 33. Check Black 33.
Black is third.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And that is caught. But the bank judge right there to say incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Set. 230.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Show it in. Show it in. Hey, check right. Check right. Watching your 5.
21. Here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. There's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Garoppolo. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go. Switch. 21. Check 3.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Set hunt! You got tight right there.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I got this. 65. 13.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Adams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check 26. Watch the twist.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Adams.
Go.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, You almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ready? Black 30.
You're trapped. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Black and turn.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Don't get nervous.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Black 80.
In your face. Hatchet.
Now Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is taken at his 4. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On second down, a run with Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey,
Orbit.
50's the mic. Come on, boy.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Mike gives it 50. Check Mike 50. He's crashing.
13.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Tight dog.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Ready? Check 25.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready up. Hey, lock it.
Kill. Single receiver. Hey, you're...
Hey. High 7. Leo.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Got it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go. Get it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Black 20.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, now, 230.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Check three. Check.
Once more, Adams on first down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Keep these two.
From the 44, Roethlisberger, and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On the return is Pettis. A nice little juke. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
'21. Hey, go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long,
here we go.
and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 49. 21. Hey, gun. 50. 12, fellas, here we go. Buzz. We own it.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the 1st quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. No. Off.
12. 11.
Mike 54. Here we go, D. All day.
Hey, Charlie.
All day.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. 21. Here we go.
I got him. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the edge.
21.
Mike 5.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
One, Omaha.
It's Coleman here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on first down. Adams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Watch twins. Watch Sunday.
Again, here's Adams. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Josh Adams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
11. Hey, Delta.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Bang, 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 bang.
Check 50. Check it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
I got this.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, watch the ball.
21.
55 to Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot. 1, Omaha.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Lock. Hey, alert. Hey, wahoo.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Shoot. Check 24.
2. Set hunt. 13.
55.
Set hunt.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Coleman has it here right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They've gone final now out in Glendale. And give that one to the Cardinals. They wind up winners. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gold to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is Selleck here with a grab. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.